Hello YouTube, another video by the My Little Pony and Thomas guy, or the MLP and Thomas guy, still have to get used to that name. And today we are going to be looking at something different. Today we're going to be looking at Capsule Playrail. But this isn't the only one I have. Okay. So if it wasn't obvious, this is obviously, a lot of trains that I got off of eBay. I paid about $100 for all these, so yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so the first ones we have are Thomas, Annie, and Clarabel. Yeah. This Thomas is from 2007. Very good condition. Any sticker is a bit weird, but yeah. Okay, so, yeah, just Thomas, Annie, and Clarabel. Okay, next up, okay, let me just, okay, here is Henry. It is, Hen. Obviously, this isn't the actual Henry, or the actual classic Henry. This is the sparkly version, but it's cool to have it nonetheless. Yeah. Anyways, moving on. Oh, and quick thing, all of these will not be in order, so yeah, just a heads up. Anyways, the next one is Mavis. It's a sparkly one. Not really much to say about that one. Oh, and just a quick thing, I'm not going to be going into detail about all of these, because if I do, we're going to be here for like an hour. But anyways, next up is Rusty. Just Rusty. Anyways, moving on. Give me a minute. Next up is not one, but two heroes. Yeah, these just both came in the same lot. To be honest, this one's better. Anyway. Next up is this flatbed and this treasure chest. And, the flatbed actually holds this dinosaur fossil. Yeah. Not much to say about that. Next up is, Clarabel. Doesn't have the names. Guess this could just be a random coach. Anyway. Next up is Percy. Yeah. Sparkly one. And if y'all are wondering, I do have plans to get the normal versions of these, so stay tuned for that. Next up, oh boy, it's not one, but two Victors. Yeah. Next up, we have a 2002 Mavis. This thing doesn't wind up, but it is a free roller. Has a squeaky wheel. Next up is a 2001 Ben. Fun fact, I actually had to put, the stickers on. I had to tear them off and put them back on. But, yeah, that's Ben. Getting with the squeaky wheels. Anyways, next up is the man himself, Trevor. Yeah, it's Trevor. I managed to get him in the lot. I didn't even know he was in the lot until I got it. But, yeah, that's kind of cool, I guess. Next up is, well, Skiff. Not really much to say about Skiff. I think this is the older version of him, though. Next up is Caroline and Birdie. Birdie is normal, Caroline is sparkly. Not really much to say about that. Next up is this weird car. Don't know what it is. Next up, give me a minute. Next up is Rocky. I actually have two of these, one with the broken hook and one with the full hook. This one has the full hook, obviously. But yeah, kind of cool to own this item. And I own two of them. Next up is, I want to say this is Clarabel, but it doesn't have a face, so technically I can't call this Clarabel. Anyways, moving on. Next up we have the boy himself, the Flying Scotsman. Unfortunately, I could not get the third tender, but the second tender. But just to own this model, it's pretty cool. I will get the other tender if I find it, but for now, Flying Scotsman will just look like this. Next up is Sparkly Spencer. That felt weird to say. Anyways, yeah. My camera will focus. My camera barely focuses, but still, that's Spencer. Pretty cool model, if I do say so myself. Anyways, oh, and also, Spencer doesn't have his nameplates. Well, technically that's not true, as he does have one, but yeah. Next up is, actually, this is one that I had to repair, mainly the face. I don't know the name of her, but it's fine. Next up is an oil tanker. If y'all wondering, I have plans to turn this into a miniature version of my OC, which, give me a minute. Okay, this is my OC right next to the miniature version that's going to be my OC. If you're wondering how I'm going to do the face, I don't actually know, but still. Yeah. I'm just gonna put that aside, put this off to the side. Anyways, next up is the, let's see, what year is it? Yes. The 2017 Thomas with the creepy CGI face. Nah, I'm just kidding. It's actually kind of cool. But still, yeah, it's a pretty good model, I would say. If I do end up making a wind-up series, I might use this model, but at the same time, I might not. I'm not sure yet. Next up are two pieces of rolling stock. A troublesome truck and a coach. Which are, which are sparkly. Next up is this blue coach. Not really much to say about that. Next up is this Annie. Actually, this Annie might be in better condition than the one I already have. Okay, I might use that. Anyways, Next up is Sparkly Toad. Unfortunately, I do not have Oliver, but one day that'll change. So Toad won't be, Oliverless for long, hopefully. Next up is Captain. Anyways, not really much to say about him other than the fact that he is detailed to the last, detail. Yeah. Next up is another yellow troublesome truck, which is Sparkly. Anyways, next up is the Sparkly Thomas. Yeah. Not really much to say about it other than the fact that it's sparkly. Anyways. Next up is a random red coach, sparkly. Not really much to say about it either. And then there are these freight cars. Yeah, again, not much to say about them. Next up, there's this coach right here, and there's this coach. Yeah. Next up, there's whatever this wagon is. And then there is Winston. Is it Winston? Yeah, I think it's Winston. Yeah, this thing is tiny, but still, it's nothing compared to the Bluebird items. Next up is the Shooting Star Gordon's tender, and this. Just some cargo crates. And finally, we have Harold. Well, I shouldn't say finally, but still. Also, he can... give me a minute. Well, I was going to show y'all the propeller spinning around, but I only have one free hand, so... Yeah, also the motor kind of jammed a bit, but anyways. Yeah. Now we get on to the unfinished ones, as in the ones without stickers. Or the, yeah. Okay, so first off, we have the surprised face Thomas. This thing does not have any stickers at all. Though I am going to give it stickers at some point, just not right now. Next up, give me a minute. Takes me forever to get into the bag. Next up is Tobias, or Toby. All he really needs is his buffer stickers and his number 7s, and he should be complete, so, yeah. Next up is Connor's tender, which technically, it did have stickers, but they were extremely crooked and they had a lot of hairs on them, so I ended up taking them off. I do have plans to get a Connor, though, and yeah. Next up is Scruff, which I think you could tell what's wrong with him. His wheels, they're blue. So yeah, I need to replace those. Probably not anytime soon, but I definitely need to replace them. Okay, next up, I can't tell if this is a sparkly Thomas or a metallic Thomas, but still, it's pretty cool nonetheless. It doesn't have any stickers at all, but still, pretty cool. Next up is another Victor. I have 3 Victors. It's insane. It needs stickers. Next up is, well, actually, you know what? I was gonna lie and say this was Bill, but it's actually Ben. The reason why is because, well, I wanted to, like, make this into Bill, which I'm probably going to do, but I don't know. Next up is Sparkly Edward with a surprise face. Anyways, he doesn't have any stickers. Yeah. Next up is this Percy with the goggles. I kind of wish this Percy didn't have goggles because, well, I want an actual Percy, but still, that's fine. And finally, it's Sparkly Peter Sam with no stickers. Yeah. So now we get into the final ones of the lot. The very last ones. And, well, these ones are either broken or are missing some parts. But anyways, time to show y'all. First is Kevin, missing his arm. Wait. Anyways, yeah. Kind of annoying, but it's whatever. Wait, never mind. Next up is this troublesome truck, which only has a missing coupling. So, all in all, it's in pretty good condition. Otherwise, I could always pull a coupling off of another truck. But anyways, next up is Scruffy, which this one actually, like, breaks apart. Like, yeah. Yes, this part breaks off. I can reattach it. I'm glad this thing was in the lot. But anyways, missing a front coupling. And that's pretty much it for that one. Next up, this one's face pretty much, like, this one's face is very accurate because it's missing its two front wheels, and I think the chassis is crooked. I can only imagine the pain it's in. Anyways, next up is this boxcar. And y'all are probably wondering, Milo, the MLP and TNF guy, what's wrong with it? Look underneath. The wheels are all blah. So yeah, it should be an easy fix, hopefully, but oh well. Next up, well, wait, oh yeah. Next up is this one, which y'all are probably wondering, what's wrong with this one? The coupling is broken. I need a new coupling for it. Next up is this truck. It has a missing wheel. So, yeah. Next up is Reneus. He's in good condition except for the funnel. I wish the funnel was on him. That would have been cool. Next up is Judy. I think you could see what's wrong with her. And Jerome. I don't have plans to fix these guys anytime, or fix the cranes anytime soon, though I do have plans for them in the future. Next up is Harvey. This one's kind of, the wheel's broken, and Harvey, I am not very smart. Rocky is missing his crane arm. He's missing his hook. Anyways, next up is Peter Sam. You could probably see what's wrong with him. He's not only missing stickers, but also his funnel. Next up is Gorgon. Gorgon. I never get used to that. Anyways, and y'all are probably like, what's wrong with him? Well, he's missing his bumper stickers, and I think that the chassis is on wrong. But anyways, yeah. And the final one is Theo. He's missing all of his stickers and his funnel. Very annoying. So yeah, this is pretty much all of them. I do have plans to repair these guys as well as these guys. These guys are the only normal ones, to be honest, but that's kind of it, actually. So this is the MLP and TNF guy signing off.